Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day today because I am too. Welcome back for another installment of Self-Care Sunday. We haven't done one of these in a minute. It's been like 3 weeks. So I said, let me go ahead and do one. I've mentioned a couple of times that I'm going to be using Sundays as uploading days, but it's not always going to be Self-Care Sunday. Just because I am kind of on this like project use it up kind of thing, and trying a brand new deep conditioner every week isn't always sustainable for that. So we're not always going to be doing this every week, but I will be giving them to you guys in between other content on Sundays. Hi, sweetheart. Ellie's complaining like usual. She can't decide whether she wants to be in or out. So today, I'm not testing out a new deep conditioner actually. The new thing that I'm testing out today is a deep conditioning cap. So I got these new bonnets and deep conditioning cap from Glow by Daye. And you guys know I've been talking about getting one of these things for a hot ass minute, but I still haven't. So when they hit me up and was like, pick what you want, I was like, bet. So I went ahead and got their deep conditioning cap. I think this color doesn't have a specific color on here, but I will leave all the information on the products that I have below, as well as my affiliate link. I do have an affiliate link with them. I do make a small commission whenever you do use that link, so just do know that. So thank you for supporting the channel. It helps me put back right into the channel because y'all know I'm always buying stuff to review. So this is their deep conditioning cap. It's made with flax seeds. You put it in the microwave and you heat it up. So I wanted to try this with something that I'd already used because I know how the product feels, and I'll kind of be able to measure how much I get from this as opposed to using my hooded dryer attachment. This silk bonnet is also from Glow by Daye, and it is so nice. Nice and large, fits everything no matter what I have going on. And it feels really good on the head, and it doesn't leave like those really annoying marks, because you know you're not supposed to like leave it on, you know, your hairline. Like it's supposed to be down here. It doesn't leave those annoying marks when I wake up, so I also appreciate that. So today I'm going to be using the Miche Indulge. You guys know that I really do enjoy this, but it's not like my absolute favorite from Miche. So I want to just go ahead and pull this out, partially because I remember the last time I opened this jar. It smells so good. I found this to be much thicker than the jar that I had previously. So I wanted to go ahead and give it another try because I'm going to be doing a video right after this using the Sculpt Curl Defining Gel. One of our fan bam here actually sent this to me, so thank you so much to you for sending this to me. There will be a video on that coming soon. So if you are interested in seeing how the deep conditioning cap works, seeing what I still think about Miche Indulge, and also having a little chit chat with me, then just keep on watching. I'm actually, if you guys know, if you remember, I am actually out of my Miche cleansed shampoo. That was in a recent empties video, and I haven't repurchased it yet because it was the only thing I needed, and I didn't want to just buy one bottle of shampoo. So I will repurchase that when I have more empties from Miche and more things to repurchase. So instead I used my Unicurl shampoo. I still have the old formula because Alexis had sent me another bottle of it, so I used that. I'm like over halfway through with that shampoo too, so that shampoo is probably going to be in my next empties. So my hair is already looking good. She's got some tangle angles because I've had this wash and go in for like 6 days. I was supposed to do my hair yesterday, but I mean, my hair still looked really good though. I've been doing a new combo with my Nature's Little Secret. You guys have been asking for a spring summer hair stash. You guys know I usually do those around like spring and summertime. So I'm gonna be filming one of those soon. So I'll do that, and then I'll probably do like one of my use it up and chat videos featuring that combo, so y'all can see exactly how I apply it and how it works in my hair. So you can see my hair she's doing good things. She's doing good things. I have several videos on this, but again, it is the Miche Indulge Moisturizing Deep Conditioner with raw honey and babasu oil. And it has plenty of bomb ingredients, including aloe, babasu seed oil, olive, castor, there's shea, all sorts of really great ingredients. This is one of their most highly coveted products. So today I just wanted to come in and just give you guys some encouragement. I don't know, I've just been like in a really good mood, and I just feel like good things are coming and good things are happening. And right now I do have some really good things happening, and I'll tell you once I know for sure. But I was kind of like just sitting around and thinking about just the video that I did, my Q&A video. And a lot of you guys asked about like my career and just my life plans and life goals and things like that. And I was, you know, kind of elaborating on how 2021 taught me that it's okay to not necessarily be where you want to be, and not to feel like you are falling behind because you're in one place and, you know, other people around you are in another place. And especially like on YouTube, and just in daily life in general, I just wanted to talk about like this fake competition, and this fake rat race, you know, because at the end of the day, like none of it is real. None of it is real. A whole lot of people get onto YouTube, many with pure intentions, some with not so pure intentions. And a lot of us, I feel like, fall into the same traps of hopping into this YouTube community rat race when it comes to trying to be the biggest, trying to be the best, trying to have the most followers, trying to have the most brand deals, trying to have this and that and this and that and this and that and that and that and that. And honestly, none of that really matters. Now, I'm not saying that in the sense that, you know, a lot of people are doing this full time. And so if you are not growing, if you are not getting the deals, if you are not getting the recognition, then sis, you ain't getting paid and your life's gonna get cut off. So I get it. But a lot of times there ends up being these like weird alliances, weird cliques, and I don't know, it gets weird. And you guys know I touched on this last year. I got some backlash from that for sure. But the backlash that I got paled in comparison to the peace of mind that I obtained from making it very clear of where I stood and what I would and wouldn't put up with, you know? And when it comes down to it, I've always been that type of person that's like, I have no interest in competing with anyone. Like I just don't care. I'm not a competitive person. I often can be a loner, even though I have a lot of friends and I often have a lot of people around me. I'm one of those people that can kind of just fall off and just not talk to people for like a month and just pop up and be like, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm that person, you know? But a lot of people like to put on as if, you know, if you're not doing this, if you're not getting this deal, or if you don't have this number of subscribers, you're not winning and you can't touch me. And it's like, but are you really winning though? Like, if you have to do dirt to get where you are you really winning? If you have to go outside of who you are at your core, like deep down to who you are as a person, if you have to switch up your character, are you really winning? Like, I mean, it's like Lauren said, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? Like, how? I would much rather be comfortable with myself, feel like I'm not changing myself to set a standard. Oh, that's my brother in the shower. I was like, is one of my dogs choking? Y'all, I was about to run up out here so fast. But I would rather be comfortable within myself and have peace of mind, than have all these different things. And I had gotten like some questions like, hey, like I haven't really seen you doing, you know, any brand deals or, you know, any targeted videos. And a lot of that is just because like I've had so much going on. Like I've had people asking me to work with them, but I just haven't felt comfortable committing to anything because with everything that's been going on with my family and everything that's been going on with me, like, I don't like telling people I'm gonna do something and then I can't, you know. I'm definitely like a commitment focused person, and so when you ask me to do something, when you ask me to work with you, like, I want to be able to commit to it 1000%. And I have like YouTube friends I wanted to collab, and I just couldn't commit, you know, because I knew that it wasn't going to be like me and my best foot forward and like being, you know, the happy-go-lucky person that I am. Because at the time, like, sis was going through it. This whole house was going through it. Like, it was a lot. But, you know, I was telling that person, like, how many deals or collabs or whatever you get is not what makes you as a person. Like, at the end of the day, I have gotten back into a groove of doing content that really makes me happy. And that's what matters the most to me. And I notice that whenever I'm in a space on YouTube where I'm very happy with what I'm doing, and I'm comfortable and I really am just showing myself and like the true colors that I have, that's when all of the good things, you know, like the other good things come, you know, all the things that are more so supplemental to being successful on YouTube, right? That's when all those things really start to pop up, is when I'm just kind of in my element and vibing. And I don't know about y'all, but I just have this feeling. Like, do y'all ever get this? Like, there'll just be these moments where you feel like you're getting a sign and you don't quite know what the sign is, but you know something's coming and you know that it's going to be good. And you're just like waiting to receive your blessing. Like, that's just kind of how I've been feeling lately. And I've really been basking in that. And I feel like this is an important conversation to have every now and then, because I think that especially with COVID, COVID made a whole lot of us that are busybodies, that are go-getters. It made us have to pause, you know, like it made us had to stop, and kind of set in this feeling of not being productive, or not always getting a yes, you know, like we were on a winning streak and now it's kind of like we're on a losing streak. COVID put a lot of us in that place. And I know a lot of people right now, like you have people graduating from college and from graduate school and doing all sorts of awesome things, but they don't feel like they are where they should be. And I'm just here to tell you, none of that means shit. Like, it really doesn't. And we take things like that to heart. We take having to slow down, and we take being humbled to heart, because we live in a society that puts so much weight on productivity and numbers. We just have really stopped seeing people, and we only see the things that people can do for us, you know? That's why, like, I'm very particular now about who I talk to in this YouTube space, because I want to be in line with people who also are in just a genuine loving space, you know? And we talk about the things that kind of make us feel down on YouTube, like trying to share new content, nobody watches it, you know, or, you know, other people making us feel like, oh, well, if you've been doing this, then you can only do this and you can't be versatile, which is a lie. Like, you can definitely be versatile on YouTube to an extent. You just have to find a way to make it work, you know? But those people that I have linked up with are just such bursts of light, you know? And that's the kind of energy that I want to welcome into my life, because when you're in a space where you're like, I'm not worried about this, that, and the third, I'm only worried about developing myself and developing my craft, honing my skills, and continuing to learn, it hits different. And there's certain people that can't be in your space while you are on that journey. And if they are, they're going to do everything that they can to taint that. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want that. in my personal life and my professional life. I told y'all, I've been doing a whole lot of decluttering in my life. It ain't got nothing to do with hair products, that's for sure. I've been doing a lot of decluttering just in terms of the relationships that are in my life. Things that no longer serve me the way that they should be serving me. And that doesn't always mean that the people that you have to let go are bad people, but they may be people that are still stuck in the same, space. They may be people who have been doing the same shit for years, and while you love them, it's like, okay, at some point, I just gotta let this go. Like, we always end up here. And I keep acting like we ain't gonna end up here, but we still end up here. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, like I said, I just feel very positive. I feel like even if the things that I want don't go my way, it will be okay because there's going to be something more. There's going to be something else. But I'm still speaking the things that I want into fruition, and just leaning into a more positive overall space, Like, my family has been through a lot just in the first, 3 months of 2021. It was insane, and you guys know, we were going through a lot. And I don't know, it kind of just reminded me that, you're here and you're alive and you're breathing and you still have purpose, I'm not somebody who goes into trying to find purpose in their pain, because I've been through a lot, y'all. And I haven't always been able to find purpose in every single bad thing that I've been through. Some I have and some I haven't. I feel like trying to put that on people is somewhat toxic, because sometimes you just have to live in what happened. Like, you just have to exist in what happened, and you just have to accept it and move on, I've seen a whole lot of people drive themselves into holes because they were trying to figure out why things happen this way and what's the bigger purpose and what's the bigger picture. And it's like, dude, it just happened. Like, sometimes that's just life, So I don't necessarily try to find purpose in every little ounce of pain that I have, but there are certain points in my life where I'm like, I don't necessarily feel that there's a purpose in the pain, but I do see the purpose after the sun comes back out. You know what I mean? Like, this put me in line to receive this. You know what I mean? I feel like that's just kind of how things have been over the last 3 months. I did a lot of stepping back and kind of just letting YouTube be where it was, which was good for me, because then it kind of made me think like, okay, like, this is what I want to keep doing. I miss it. I miss the people that I have developed relationships with on YouTube. I miss my fam bam, and that really put me in a good place. So I just want to encourage all of you guys, like, if you feel like you are not where you want to be, do not beat yourself up for it. I am the first person to tell y'all that I am so hard on myself. Like, I'm so hard on myself. I mentally put myself through things that I should never put myself through. And I should know better by now, right? I do know better, but I don't always do better. I was kind of thinking about the other day. I felt like this was a really good moment in my young life to share with you guys, because there's always, everything is perception, right? And a lot of times we perceive certain people as winning or being the best because they have X, Y, and Z, when in reality that's not always true. And it kind of made me think about back when I was in high school. That was really when my endometriosis issues had started to crop up, but then I didn't really know. There were so many things going on, and they all didn't feel like they fit together. And it really didn't come to a head until going into college that I really realized that it had to be endometriosis. But at the time, I was having a lot of issues, and because of my hormonal imbalances, I was having massive migraines, massive. They would keep me out of school for sometimes a week to 2 weeks. It was very difficult. I had to get the same type of like infusion treatments that neurologists give to MS patients. Like, that's how bad I was. I was on several different medications. Like, I would try to go to school and I would basically just be laying there looking like a corpse. Like, it was bad. There were several occasions where I scared my teachers. And those of you who don't know, I am a violinist. I've been playing since I was 5 years old. And through middle school and high school, like, I was in it. I was one of the best known players in the county, at one point in the state. And I took my playing very seriously. I still do, but I don't do it to the level that I was then. I was doing state competitions and local competitions. I was doing gigs. At one point, like every weekend, we had a gig. So I was getting paid opportunities. I was teaching some of the middle school kids too. I was giving lessons. And I was basically going to like 3 orchestra classes every day. I was in, at one point, 4 different orchestras. Your girl was busy, right? And so one year, All County came around, and we did All County every year, because like if you're in an orchestra course, like, you know, like, you get credit for it, so you might as well go try out, right? But I was one of those kids that took All County very seriously. And, you know, there's different levels, so you have like your honors and, you know, like your standard and all that stuff. So I had already done my audition and had gotten into All County, but there's a separate audition for seating. So basically everything is lined out from like first chair all the way back to like however many people, last chair, however many people that are there. And this audition determines where you are. If you're first chair, like, you are leading your section, like, you are in charge of that section, you are running that section. And if you're first chair of like the first violins, then you are leading the entire orchestra. Like, you're basically second to the conductor. So I think that year I was in second violin, if I remember correctly. And which a lot of people think second violin is like the, oh, like, you're not as good as the first. Second violin is all the rhythm. So if you have no rhythm, bitch, you screwed. We keep everybody on track. We do. So second violins and violas are kind of like the crux of the orchestra. If you ain't got us, you ain't got nothing. Like, you just have haughty first violins just wailing, like, you know. And the basses and the cellos annoyed as fuck with the first violins. If you've been in orchestra, you know exactly what I mean. So that sectional, that seating audition, I had a massive migraine to the point where I couldn't even like read. Like, I couldn't read words on a page. My vision was blurry. Like, it was a mess. So I couldn't go to the audition, and they don't like kick you out. You're just last chair. Like, if you don't go to the seating audition, you're last chair. And so that was kind of hard for me, because it was a given that I was going to be a section leader. But since I couldn't go, you know, I had to be in the very back. And we had some pretty challenging music. I can't remember who our conductor was that year, but we had some very challenging music. And I remember the first night of rehearsals, you know, I'm sitting in the back, like, I'm playing my ass off. Like, I had this music down. Every single teacher that was there was like, why the fuck is she in the back? What happened? Why is she in the back? Like, I literally, like, I had the teachers running around trying to figure out, like, what happened? Like, did she throw her audition? Like, what? Like, why? Because she's the only person in the section that knows what she's doing. The section leader ain't know what she was doing. Like, she would just, and I'm back there. Like, I'm going at it. Sis up there, she barely playing. And the teachers were so upset because they're like, there's no reason why she should be back here. They were like, you should be the section leader. It was to the point where, like, the people in front of me were trying to catch what I was doing all the way in the back. because they could hear me playing. And they were like, okay, somebody knows what's going on here, but we don't know who it is because she all the way in the back. And there were definitely some teachers that had were like, is there any, can we do something about this? Like, can we change the seating? Because none of them know what they're doing. And she's the only person that knows what she's doing. And they're literally like turning around, like not paying attention to the conductor, trying to follow her. Y'all, I had my shit together. Like, I was going through it back then, but your girl was on her bullshit. You put music in front of me, you better believe when I got to that rehearsal, I knew what I was doing, okay? Plus, I had led several sections before, and I had been concert master before, so I was used to leading a section, you know? But I kind of bring that up because, you know, that's like all perception, right? When you look at an orchestra and you see those, you know, those first, 10 people sitting up front, those first 8 to 10 people sitting up front, you're like, oh, they're the head honchos. They know what they're doing. They're winning. They know how to play. They got it together. But the truth of the matter was, in that situation, I was sitting very last. But I was the only person in that section that knew what the fuck she was doing. I was the only person in that section that was keeping that section together. And the person that was sitting up front didn't know her music. And half the time, she was just fake bowing it and pretending she was playing. As well as many of the people that were sitting in front of me. So I kind of bring that up because I was thinking about that the other day. And I was like, you know, winning and losing really is all perception, you know? Like, anyone who was watching that would have said, hey, you know, she bombed her audition. She don't know what she doing. She has no clue. But meanwhile, I was playing the loudest and the proudest in that section, you know, and the person that was supposed to be the best really wasn't. But I think that's a really good, you know, example of just perception. And when it comes to, you know, just this idea of being behind people, not being where you're supposed to be. Just because somebody is in a position where it looks like they're doing better than you, it doesn't really mean that they are, you know, and especially with social media, like there's a bunch of, you know, like random perception, right? People put out there what you want them to see. And it's like, I can sit around and feel bad for like living at home, but guess what? Half people that I see that are out here stunting, they living at home too. You just don't ever see their mama. Like, you know, like let's just be real. Like, these people, they living at home with their parents too. You just don't ever see them, and they don't ever talk about them. They just pretend that they're not. You know, so it's like, of course you can afford that bag because you living at home and ain't got no intentions of going anywhere else, you know? Like, and that's great. I'm happy for you. Do what you got to do because there is no shame in living at home, baby. Y'all know I done been through some stuff. I have no shame for being at home. And I have no apologies for having parents that give a damn about me either. Like, that just is what it is. But so much of this is just baseline perception, but you don't actually know the real from the fake, you know? You think you do, but you don't. And so you are being hard on yourself for not being where someone else is when really they're barely there themselves, if they are actually there at all, you know? And so it's like, you can watch these people that are in a place that you want to be all day long, but if you're not nurturing yourself and you're only worried about about what someone else is doing, you're not ever going to get to where you want to go. And if you do, it probably won't be in a genuine situation, you know? Personal development is so important. And I know a lot of people right now are just feeling so behind, you know? COVID has really just done a number on a lot of us. It's done a number on a lot of people's confidence. And I hate that because it's hard, but at the same time, I feel like it is kind of a necessary place to be, because it teaches you how to get back up. Like, if you don't ever know how to get back up, what are you going to do when things get really bad? You know what I mean? Like, we all have to learn to get back up at some point and dust ourselves off. And I know that's what I'm trying to do. things that I have wanted haven't always come to me quickly, but they have shown up eventually, you know? Like, I have eventually gotten what I wanted out of life, and I think that is the most important thing, you know? So don't let what you see or what somebody else is telling you or what somebody else is trying to goad you into believing, you know, alter your perception of yourself. Don't let that change who you are in any capacity, because at the end of the day, these people are trying to make it the same way that you are, you know? They just make it look a little bit more fancy than yours. But yeah, like, I just really wanted to have that conversation with you guys, because I feel like I'm using a lot of this conditioner compared to what I did the last time. Like, the first time I used this, I only used like this much. But then again, that's right. I don't know. Man, I'm just here. I'm just talking. But yeah, I have some really cool opportunities that I'm waiting to hear back on. So if it happens, then I will let y'all know. I'm really excited. I think it will. I'm not going to say if. When it happens, I will let y'all know, because I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it. I'm definitely in a season of claiming the things that I deserve. Because y'all, I've been through a lot. Like, my mama is just like, my mama's so happy for me, because she has been with me through everything. Like, she has watched me go through so much, and I know as a parent that has to be hard, because like, especially like once your kids get to a certain age, like there's nothing that you can do, you know? Like, you just have to be there and be supportive, but you can't go and change it, you know? Like, you can't go to the principal's office and yell like you would when they were little, right? So I know it's been hard on her, because, you know, all these things that I've been through, she's been able to be there and be supportive, but I know it has to be difficult as a parent not to be able to make the bad things go away, you know? But she has been rocking with me through everything, and so is my dad. But it's just, you know, a lot of like the endometriosis stuff, like, he didn't want to overstep as a man, you know what I mean? So he's been there, but he's been more of like silent support. He hasn't been super duper vocal, because he never wanted me to feel like he was telling me what I should or shouldn't do with my body, you know what I mean? So I'm just lucky, because I have so much support in my life, you know? A lot of people, unfortunately, don't have that, and I've always been very thankful for that I've always had parents who have been very supportive and have shown up when I, like, had nothing left, because there have been some times, y'all, where your girl has had nothing left. But even, like, as difficult as these last couple of years have been, I've had so many like bright spots in there too, you know? So it hasn't been all bad. It hasn't been all difficult. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I like living with my family. Like, I do miss some of the privacy, but I mean, I don't really need it right now anyway, because I ain't trying to mess with nobody's son like that right now. So, you know, it's not even like necessary at this point in my life. But I do enjoy living with my family, because I think for the most part we do get along. And my family is super duper supportive too. But yeah, just stop comparing yourself to other people and other things that are going on. None of it's real. It's all fake. Do you and your time and what you're comfortable with, you know? Push yourself, challenge yourself, but don't try to be like anybody else. It just ain't worth it, boo. It's not worth it. Okay, so that's where I am on the jar. So depending on how tangled my hair is next time, I'll probably only have one use of this left, but I may manage to get 2 more uses out of this, depending on whether I use it in the shower or not. I actually had some sizable shedding today, but this is like 6-day hair. So this is normal for me, that amount of shedding. But when I'm, you know, coming to y'all and I've done like a midweek situation, it's not as much. So that's one thing too for me, like when it comes down to, a lot of people ask me like how I reduce my single strand knots with being a wash and go chick. I don't always force myself to stretch my hair for a whole week, because the longer I let my hair go, the more my hair will wrap around itself. It's really not even a question of moisture. Like, my hair holds moisture, it looks great, it'll still look great no matter how long I let it go. It's just the way my hair wraps around itself. The longer I let my hair go, the more my hair wants to coil around itself. So for me, it's just a safer bet. And also my scalp gets really itchy because I have a very active lifestyle. So that too, like once my scalp starts really itching, you know, I'll hit her with some scalp spray, and if she's still itching the next day, then I'll just go ahead and I just co-wash, and then, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm going to take this, let me read the directions on the cap, because Copper's downstairs acting up. All right, it says your Glow by Day conditioning heat cap is a microwavable cap that improves the hair intake of conditioner, moisture, and oil during your at-home treatments. It is designed to give you flexibility and freedom while giving your conditioning sessions the added benefit of heat. It is made uniquely to fit comfortably snug on your head, thus close to your hair, to help open your cuticles to better penetrate product. Enjoy. So it says apply plastic cap to better contain heat during your treatment and protect from product transfer onto the heat cap. Done. Heat cap for 30 to 45 seconds at a time, up to 2 minutes. Flip cap over every 30 to 35 seconds to warm evenly. Okay. And then place the cap on your head to deep condition effectively with heat. Relax and enjoy the 20 to 30 minutes of warm, gentle, and comfortable heat. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know what these little things they put in here are though. Oh, they're caps. It's just the way they were folded. I was like, what is this? I can always use more processing caps, so that's cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this downstairs, and I'm gonna heat it up and throw it on my head, and I will come back and I will tell you guys what I think about this baby. Okay, y'all, so before I go rinse this out, I just wanted to talk about this heating cap, by the way, before I do anything. Oh, she's still a little warm under there. I actually really like this. I should have expected it to get pretty warm, only because I have a heating pad that has like the flax seeds and everything in it, and you put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and it feels bomb. I like that it's very stretchy, so it doesn't make me feel like my head is being suffocated. So I did 35 minutes on each side twice. I mean, not 35 minutes, 35 seconds. 35 minutes, you basically have like popcorn in this thing. It does smell a little, like you can smell it when you heat it up, but I don't think I overdid it. But I felt like the heat on this was good. I had this on longer than I really needed to because I was doing a phone interview. So I put this on right before I started the interview. It's been about an hour because me and Girl were chatting it up. Good sign, right? It's been on for about an hour, and I feel like the heat lasted really well. Like I said, it's still a little warm under here. So I'm gonna go rinse my hair. You can see everything has sunk in. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my hair, and we will finish off the self-care Sunday. All right, y'all, so this is how my hair is looking with the deep conditioner rinsed out. Y'all already know Miche Indulge it's bomb. Like even though it's not my favorite deep conditioner from her, it's still bomb. Like, you know that you're doing something right when somebody's least favorite product from your brand is still A1. Like it really just is. Like, it feels amazing. My hair is super duper soft. This one doesn't make my hair as shiny as the Strengthen or the peaches and cream, but you can see definition on point. Like, my hair feels very pillowy soft, and I definitely am going to be using this more. It is nice to be able to move around and not be attached to basically to the wall. So I really like this. Definitely going to be using it more. Again, I will leave my link down below and my codes so you can get a discount on your Glow by Daye products if you're in the market for a new deep conditioning cap or bonnet, because that bonnet is fire. And it's adjustable too. It has a little adjuster here so you can bring it out, bring it in, all that good stuff. And then it has the little stopper there too, so you can secure it exactly where you want it. So I love this. All of that will be linked down below, and of course this will be listed down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this Self-Care Sunday. I mean, basically the takeaway is just be yourself and trust the process, trust the journey. And if you know that you're in a place that you really don't want to be, do your hardest to work on it and come through it. But also don't forget that what you're seeing from everybody else, it ain't always 100, okay? It ain't always 100. So love yourselves. If you are in a place where you don't necessarily want to be right now, I believe in you. You got this. You're going to come through this. You're going to come through the other side. I'm definitely feeling how a lot of the things that I've been wanting in my life are manifesting, and I'm just really grateful and thankful. But none of this really started happening until I let all the other bullshit go. Like, once I let all the other bullshit go, so many great things started happening for me in my life. And that says a lot. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Self-Care Sunday, and I hope you leave feeling encouraged. And hopefully the next time I do one of these, I'll have some really good news to share. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.